Yeah, we just wrapped up our final week of non-conference play. We were on the road last weekend in Cedar Falls. We got to play UNI, NIU, and Dayton, and had a really nice weekend of competition against three really solid teams. UNI is a perennial top 25 NCAA tournament team, and we played them Thursday night in front of 2,200 people, and then played an incredibly clean NIU team Friday, and then followed it up with a match Saturday against Dayton, who's currently ranked to the top 25. It was a really nice opportunity for our team to play three really good competitors 3 days in a row and three really tough matches. And we got some things exposed, which I think was really good for us. And so we now have a lot of clarity on the areas that we want to grow and improve as we head into conference play, which we do this week. We hit the road Wednesday morning to go out to Denver. We're going to play DU on Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then we turn around and we play Oral Roberts in Tulsa Saturday at noon Central Time for our first two conference competitions. Which will be our fourth week of 5 where we've been on the road. And then we'll follow up the following week, coming back home finally to have Omaha on Thursday and St. Thomas on Friday for our first 2 weeks of conference play. But overall, just really excited for our team and all of the different ways that we've been challenged over the course of our non-conference play, and seeing all of the different pieces and come together and really start to shine in different ways. And so we've got Paige Barber with us today, who you'll get to talk to, who's having a phenomenal year. At this point, she's almost matched her kill total from her entire freshman year in just the first 4 weeks of non-conference play. And then other athletes as well stepping up big. Casey Odell comes to mind, playing against NIU. She had 14 kills in 3 sets, which is almost 5 kills a set, which for a middle blocker is an insane number. 5 kills a set for an outside hitter would be really good. But for 5 kills per set for a middle blocker is pretty incredible. And so a lot of different pieces shining at different moments, and now it's our turn to start conference play and start getting all those pieces moving in the right direction at the right time.
Now that you've gone through the schedule, was it too tough, or what do you think?
You know, I don't know if we're ever afraid to play really tough opponents, and I think for us it's more about what is the level of play that we're producing, and then how does that compare to our expectations for ourselves, but also for other teams within our conference. And I think our match against Green Bay is a really nice example. We swept Green Bay 3-0 at home, and Green Bay is a team that swept us a year ago. And so we look at the progress from year 1 to year 2, and we say, okay, man, a team that 3-0'd us last year, we went 3-0 against them at home this year, which is progress for us just in measuring ourselves. But then we also look at how they played against other competition in our conference. So we beat them 3-0, and then the next week they go and they play South Dakota, and South Dakota has to take them the distance 19-17 in the 5th to get that victory. And they had swept South Dakota State 2 weeks earlier. And so we look at that and say, okay, we're challenging ourselves pretty tough against really good teams, and it's a good way for us to gauge our own growth, but also to see how do we stack up against other conference opponents.
Do you have to hammer that mindset into players, or how do you make sure that they're not maybe uber focused on the result against some of those tough schools?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that's really cool about our group is that they do an incredibly diligent job of staying dialed in on the process, and not only what we're doing, but how we're doing it. And it's less so about the outcome and more so about, are we doing the things that we want to do that we know over time are going to put us in a good position to compete at our best level when we get to November in the Summer League tournament.